Good evening and welcome you all to this webinar on this Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt. And first of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining this session. And I sincerely hope that all of you will have a great learning experience. So the session is planned from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST. So I will just end the session somewhere around 9:50 or 9:55. And then I will just continue the session for a few minutes for those participants who are interested in attending the question and answer session. And I also am planning to, there are already some participants who are interested in upgrading to our green belt and black belt training sessions. And then I'm just going to disclose a very attractive discount offer for them. But that is only for those people who are interested in our green belt and black belt programs. So for rest of the people, they can leave by once I complete and then I just complete it. Then you can just leave, and then the certificates will be issued to all the participants who are attending, who are there till the end of the session. All right. So the certificates will be shared with you through mail, latest by the coming Monday. Okay. So that's what I wanted to tell. And then I would like to now just give a quick overview on the topics what we are going to cover today. So for the first 5 minutes, I'm going to give a small introduction about myself as a trainer and about ICEQBS, our company. Then I'm going to start with the basics of what is problem solving and why developing a problem solving skill is very important for all of you to just come up very quickly in the career ladder. So why it is, what is problem solving and why it is important. And then we are going to learn about some of the simple problem solving tools, which are very simple, but that will give you very good results in a very short period of time. And then understanding lean. So we're going to have some brief understanding about what is lean management. And then we are going to learn about some of the very most commonly used lean tools. And then I'm going to just give you an overview of Six Sigma. What is Six Sigma and what is the DMAIC methodology? So that is a very specific methodology which is used for solving the problems. And then I'm going to give a brief on the roles and responsibilities within the Six Sigma organization, because again, some of you may be having some doubt, like I'm taking this yellow belt, then what next? So what is green belt? What is black belt? And who is eligible for that? And then you also may be having some questions or apprehension. So I am in manufacturing, or I'm in an educational institution, I'm in a construction industry, I'm an engineer, I'm in a project. So for any type of role, whether this Six Sigma training is going to be useful or not, right? So that type of what industries and career benefits Six Sigma can offer. And then finally, for those who are interested in attending or enrolling for our green belt or black belt session, then I will give a brief about what is the approach we are following for our green belt or the black belt training, and then I will come out with the offer only for those who are very much interested in that, right? So that's what I wanted to set the context now. So again, I request all of you not to raise any questions during the session, because again, the time is very much limited. So I'll be just going on delivering the training, but again, it will be very interactive. A lot of some poll questions will be there and quizzes will be there. And so again, I'll be asking you some questions so you can interact in the chat. So no need for you to just unmute yourself and talk, but you can always be very interactive in the chat. And again, after going through the introduction, I'm going to make a small announcement again, which is going to be very attractive for all of you, right? Okay. So now I start with a brief introduction about myself. My name is Annamalai. I am basically a BTech engineer from IIT Varanasi, Banaras Hindu University, and I passed out in the year 1985. And for almost 30 years, I was in employment working for the well-known Murugappa Group, that is a EAD Parry India Limited in Chennai, and Siemens in Kalyani near Kolkata for 30 years. So both in production and quality function, both in manufacturing and IT service companies. And when I was working for these two companies, then I was also involved in the software development for the workflow management tools and ERP system development. So I have a fairly good understanding about the software development process also. So I have a very versatile experience, both in manufacturing, IT service, and also exposed to the software development. And I have also worked in both the quality and production functions. And regarding my professional certification, I was certified as a Lean Six Sigma black belt way back in the year 2004, almost 22 years back, by RG Consultants in Malaysia. And then I was certified as a master black belt from the prestigious Indian Statistical Institute, Chennai, in the year 2013. And I was certified as a PMP, Project Management Professional, the certificate given by the PMI, Project Management Institute, in the year 2011. And my current PMP certificate is valid till 2029 August. So I have a vast experience of 30 years of work experience, and I started my company in the year 2015. And for the last 11 years, I'm running this company. And we are expertise. We have expertise in the customized content development, training, and implementation support for lean management, Lean Six Sigma, and project management. So these are our core area of strength. So customized content development, training, and implementation support for lean management, Lean Six Sigma, and project management. And whether we are helping the working professionals or the corporate companies, so we are always ROI focused, return of investment focused. So if you are a working professional and you are investing 15,000, 20,000 rupees in learning a course, then within 3 to 6 months, by getting a promotion or a very hefty hike, you'll be able to get the return of investment, what you have invested in our courses. And again, in an organization, if they are going for a corporate training or a corporate implementation support, then we just give them a minimum of 7 times. 7x is our committed ROI. So that type of commitment we give. And so I have, over the last so many years, I have guided 500 plus Lean Six Sigma projects across the globe, not only in India, but abroad, like Oman and Maldives and other countries I have worked with. And it totally along my last almost 22 years of expertise in Lean Six Sigma and project management. So I have personally trained more than 8,000 people globally. So our participants are coming from across the globe. So around 45% of the people are from India, and around 40% of the people are from 40% of the people are from Middle East, all the countries, and the rest of the 15% of the people are from the African countries, Southeast Asia, Australia, and European countries, and Australia, USA, etc. So ours is actually a global reach we have. And regarding our vision and mission, so our mission is always to empower the professionals and elevate in their careers by delivering the proficiency excellence. So whether you are in the operations or whether you are in project management, so we are going to give you a lot of hands-on experience, more practical oriented, not theory, but practical oriented training on the project management professional, PMP, and the Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt and Black Belt. So we are actually, our mission is to empower the professionals to build the rewarding career in operational excellence and project management. And we help the ambitious professionals clear the PMP exam on the first time. So within 6 to 8 weeks, just be assured that all the participants who are students who are taking the training from us, we just assured them within the 6 weeks to 8 weeks, they will be able to clear the PMP exam on first attempt. And we also give the accredited, we are accredited by Council for Six Sigma certification for our Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt and Black Belt program. And this certificate is globally recognized. So once you have this certificate with us, then you can get the rewarding career anywhere across the globe, right? So these are some of our major clients with whom I have worked, we have worked with. So the major customer we have is Amazon. So I have worked with Amazon for 5 years. So initially, the engagement started in the year 2018, and they didn't have any infrastructure for the Lean Six Sigma initiative. Then we just trained some 8 green belts, and then we helped these 8 people to complete their green belt project successfully. Then second year, it became 30. Third year became 60. Fourth year, it became 100, including the black belt projects also. And in between, with my recommendation, then one of the internal person was removed from his regular work, and then he was put responsible for the coordinating the Six Sigma activities. And then I slowly transferred my responsibilities to him. And finally, after 5 years, I left Amazon, leaving a very robust processes for identifying the Six Sigma project, then reviewing the projects and hand-holding the project leaders, and then finally approving the projects after the successful completion. So a robust process and a robust system was in place. And I have also have the consulting experience for Asian Paints. And then I have taken the training for the Standard Chartered Bank, Tata Communication, L&T Walls, Lennox. Recently, I completed a Greenbelt project, the training program for Accenture and Tata Chemicals the last month we had. And then Horizon Fisheries in Maldives and Abraj Energy Services in Oman. And the Pfizer Healthcare. These are some of our major customers. And I'm also a visiting professor for the Goa Institute of Management for their MBA students. So as a part of their curriculum, they have this quality engineering and Lean Six Sigma. And I am a professor who's teaching them in that course. And I'm also a visiting professor for Porto University in Botswana. So that is in short about myself and my company and our experience. Okay. So now I'm going to now announce a small competition for you. So again, to make it more interactive and more interesting for all of you. So in the course of this 90-minute session, I'm going to give you 5 polls and 4 quizzes. And each quiz will have 2 questions. So 4 into 2, 8 questions we'll have to answer. So in order for this session to be more interactive, I request all of you to take part actively in the poll by entering your answers in the chat box, right? So for example, now the poll number 1, it is there on the screen. So once I say just go ahead, then again, how many answers are there? So maybe for some of the poll questions, there may be more than 1 answers may be right. And for some of the poll, there will be only 1 correct answers may be there. And for all the quizzes, only 1 correct answer will be there. So for the participants who are answering all the 5 polls and all the 8 questions, quiz questions, all the 8, if they are going to answer correctly, then we are going to award 1,000 rupees cash prize for them. So no strings attached. It is not that we will deduct these 10,000 rupees once you enroll into our any of the courses. Nothing. It's nothing like that. This 1,000 rupees, we will just send you the cash latest by tomorrow evening. Right. So be very active. And then if there is a tie break, maybe there are more than 1,000 participants who is actually have answered all the 5 polls. Polls is only to get a feedback about your state of mind. So there is nothing like this is the right answer or a wrong answer. But for the it's only to gauge your thinking. But for the quizzes, the correct answers you'll have to mark. And if there is a tie break, then the person who has actually taken the least time, then he will be selected, and then he will be awarded this cash prize of 1,000 rupees, right? Okay. So now I think let us go. Maybe I will give you some 30 seconds. So you can answer this first poll question. Which best describes you right now? Option A, only 1 answer is right for this. New to process improvement. curious about Lean Six Sigma, that is option A. Practicing professional, exploring formal certification, that is option B. And then team lead or manager, wanting to drive improvement projects. And option D is already yellow belt, considering green or black belt. So you can just give your answer. And again, as I told you, be very fast. So the response time given for all the polls and the quiz questions, that also will be considered. Okay, so most of the people are coming under A. Okay, new to process improvement, curious to know, but I think they've done a good job to get started. And I think you will be very happy with your decision. Okay, so I can see more A's here. Okay, so next 5 seconds, I will just close this poll and then we'll get on to the subject. Okay, so first let us try to understand some basics of what is problem solving, right? Okay, so I just wanted to ask a question to you. Type yes or no in the chat box. So whenever you are entering your office, right? You may be working in a manufacturing company or a IT service company, software development company, construction company, oil and gas, or you may be a student or you may be a assistant professor. So whatever the profession you are doing. So whenever you are entering the office, are you having a very good, happy field day? So when you are happy, everything goes as per a plan, or are you facing problems? Can you just write, are you facing problems? Yes or no? Can you type in that chat box? Are you facing the problems in your day-to-day professional work? Yes, yes, yes. So irrespective of whatever the designation you have, whatever the responsibilities, whatever the function, anywhere you are always having some problems. Okay. Now assume that you and your colleague is there. So you are working as a senior engineer or a deputy manager, and a lot of problems are there. And then whenever you have a problem, then you just tell me, the manager to whom both of you are reporting will reward a person who is solving the problem on his own and then telling that this problem happened and then he has solved it, or he will like the person whoever is, whenever there is a problem, just escalating to the manager. That is his only job. So which type of person your manager will like? So option 1, the problem solving person, and the option number 2 is escalating person. So give option 1 or option 2. Option 1 is the problem solving person, and option 2 is the person who is going to escalate to the manager. Okay, problem solving person, right? Okay, fantastic. So that means if you want to come up in the organizational ladder, then you'll have to ensure that you are going to develop this problem solving skill. So whenever you develop this skill, and as and when the problems are going to come, if you are going to solve it on your own, then you are going to get the attention of not only your manager, but the manager's boss, and even the CEO or the managing director, who are, if the organization is small. So you are going to be in their radar, and as and when then opportunity is going to arise, then you are going to be immediately given that opportunity. So the problem solving skill is actually the most sought after skill for any progress in your career. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Can you type? So without developing the problem solving skill, can you just come up in your organization? Yes or no? Right. So you'll have to develop your problem solving skill. So that's what you are going to learn today, how you can develop this problem solving skill. So first let us define what is a problem. So a problem is an obstacle which makes it difficult to achieve a desired goal, objective or purpose, a situation or issue that is yet unresolved. So that means any company, any organization where you are working, so always you are having some KPIs, some targets to achieve in terms of the productivity, yield, the percentage on-time delivery, the percentage downtime, the percentage attrition, absenteeism, etc. Always you are having the targets to be achieved. But as and when you are entering the office, you are always finding that some problems are there. which is preventing you from achieving those targets. And then you are always under tremendous pressure from your management for achieving those targets. So any issue which is not yet resolved, we call it as a problem. Okay. Now we move on to poll number 2. Again, be quick in answering. So here you can have multiple answers are possible. More than one answers are possible. So what kind of problems do you most often face at work? Repeated A is repeated defects or quality issues in outputs. Option B, process delays, waiting time and bottlenecks. Option C is poor communication and unclear ownership. And option D is lack of data to make the informed decisions. So again, as I told you, more than one answers may be correct. So you just select, you can select more than one answers. Okay, I can see more A's, and some B's, C's. D is very rare. Mostly A and B. Yeah, this is understandable because again, process any repeated defects are scrap. So that is going to have some immediate impact on the profitability and you are going to be under pressure, right? Yeah. So the delays, again, if there is going to be a delay, then the customer is going to yell at you. So the A and B, again, is the most answer I'm getting. Fantastic. So I'll give you maybe another 10 more seconds for you to give the answers. Okay. So whenever you are having the problems, then you need to solve them, right? As I told you, if you are having that skills, then you are going to come up. But then how you are going to solve the problem? So again, there are different methodologies are there for problem solving, and you will have to select the right approach. So again, I'll just give this an example so that it will be easy for you to understand. For example, if you have to carry 5 kg weight from one place to another place, which are 50 meters apart, then you can carry it by hand. No tools or no any infrastructure is needed. But if you have to transfer some 50 kgs, you will have to move from another place, one place to another place. Then you cannot carry it with your hand. Then you have to use a trolley. And if you have to transport 300 kgs, then you may be requiring a forklift. And if you have to transport some 5 tons, then you may be requiring a overhead crane, right? So depending upon the weight, what you have to transport, you will have to use the different infrastructure or different tool. So similarly, whenever you are facing any problems in your process, so depending upon the complexity of the problem, there are different problem solving approaches are there. So that's what I'm just describing this as a problem solving tree. So you just assume that you are entering a fruit bearing orchard and your aim is to taste the tastiest of the fruits. But as you are entering the orchard, you find that already a lot of fruits are fallen. So only thing what you need to do is to just bend down, pick up those fruits and then eat it. So similarly, there are many problems which are very obvious. So every day morning, you just make a point to just take a pen and paper and you just along with 3 or 4 of your colleagues, you just make a round from the raw material storage up to the final finished goods area. You will find a lot of problems are there. Obvious problems are there. Somewhere the water is leaking, somewhere the air is leaking, somewhere the machine is idle, somewhere the people are doing some rework, and somewhere the machines are under breakdown. So only thing is you need to really see what actions you can immediately take. So we call it as a just do it. So just you list down all the problems and then you just then get into a brainstorming session, find the solution, implement the solution. No rocket science is required for identifying and solving the problem. So that's what you call say just do it. The second type of problems is like how in the orchard you can see there are some fruits which are at the low hanging branches. So only thing what you need to do is to just you'll have to stretch yourself a bit and then you'll be able to just pluck those fruits. So similarly, in your day-to-day work, by applying some simple tools like the Pareto chart, the fishbone diagram, the YY analysis, the scatter plot, and so on. These are very simple tools, but very powerful tools for problem solving. So using those tools, you'll be able to get mind-boggling savings, and then you'll be able to attract the attention of your senior management. So we call this a quick wins, or in a Six Sigma terminology, we call this a low hanging fruit. So this just do it and low hanging fruit, these are the two approaches we use if the problems are having low complexity. And for solving the medium complexity problems, then we use the methodologies, which is called as a lean. So lean is a methodology for identifying and eliminating waste in the process. We are going to learn about in depth in a nutshell, maybe shortly from now. And then AD report is the 8-dimensional report, mainly used for solving the repeated problem. For example, the customer is complaining that 1% of whatever you are delivering is always having a small crack at a very specific place. And this complaint is giving for the last 6 months without any solution. So that type of repeated problems you will be able to solve by using the AD approach. So this lead and AD are mainly used for solving the medium complexity problems. And for solving the complex technical issues, then we have to have the Six Sigma. So we also call this a high-hanging fruits. High-hanging fruits are very sweet, but again, you'll have to take a lot of efforts. So for that, again, we are having 3 different methodologies, which we'll be learning in depth in the green belt or a black belt curriculum. But today in the yellow belt, we'll be just, I'll be explaining what is the DMAIC methodology and how it is used for solving the problem. So the learning from this slide is depending upon the complexity of the problem, you'll have to use the right approach. So using the Six Sigma methodology for solving a problem, just to do it, again, it is not really needed. And for solving a complex problem, again, you cannot use the just to do it concept, right? So that is what is the learning from this slide. So whenever you want to do a structured problem solving, it's a 4-step approach. First, you'll have to define the problem. What is the problem? Where is the problem? How much is the problem? So you need to quantify the problem. So for example, many times you say that, okay, there is a lot of our scrap rate is very high, or we are having a lot of problems. But when we really want to really put the problem in one sentence, but we find it very difficult. So that is the first step we need to learn and understand how we are going to exactly define the problem, and then how we are going to quantify the problem and then fix the target. So defining the problem, quantifying the problem, and fixing the target. That is the step 1. So once you have done that, second step is to again get into a brainstorming session along with your cross-functional team, and then you just do a brainstorming, do a fishbone analysis or a 5-way analysis to identify what are all the potential root causes for the problem. That is the second step. And then you just brainstorm and then just to find out a list of possible solution, and then you take action, right? So these are the 4-step process for a structured problem solving. So this particular concept, basic concept, has been now redefined. So this is again, this PDCA concept is again more popular, and this actually is a basis for most of the problem solving approaches like the lean management or Six Sigma or ISO 9001, TQM, TPM. So for all those process improvement methodologies, the basic concept is PDCA, plan, do, check, act. So that means whenever you are having a problem, then you just try to define the problem, and then identify the problem, then quantify the problem, and then fix the target you want to achieve, then find the root causes for the problem. That is the plan stage. Then once you have identified the root causes, then you just do a brainstorming session and then determine what are the actions you are going to take. Then in the do stage, you just take those actions, whatever you have planned. And then after the actions have been implemented and waiting for some 2 to 4 weeks, then you just check whether the intended results have been achieved or not. So if it is achieved, then see how this improvement can be taken to other machines, other processes, and so on. And if the intended improvement is not achieved, then see what else you need to do so that you will be able to achieve the intended results. And once you are able to do that, then you act. So whatever the gap is there, then you just act upon it. So you do a PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act, then you'll be able to make a small improvement. But again, don't stop with that. Again, you just repeat another PDCA cycle. Again, you'll be again making some improvement. So within, it has to be a continuous process. So this PDCA cycle again will help you to transform your organization from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So these are very important skill set what your managers and senior management are expecting from you. So if your employees who are working under you, they are going to do the same work in the same way month after month, then your department is not going to improve. But if your people are having growth mindset, and then they are always seeing the ways and do's of improving the process, cutting down the cost, reducing the time, and improving the quality and all. So that means then a lot of improvement will be there, visible improvement will be there, and your managers and the senior management will be impressed about that. So again, it is your responsibility to ensure that the people who are working under you, they develop this particular mindset. And for that, again, you will have to take up this PDCA cycle. Small problems, try to solve by using this PDCA approach. So now we are going to learn about some of the tools that can be used for problem solving. Again, as I told you, these are very simple but very powerful tools are there. So first one is about the Pareto diagram. We also call this a 80-20 rule. And this name Pareto is derived from Wilfredo Pareto. He was an Italian economist, and he was doing a research on how the wealth of Italy was distributed among Italians. And he found that 80% of Italy's wealth was distributed only among 20% of the Italians. So the wealth distribution was not quite uniform. It was very disproportionate. And this particular concept was again applied to the quality by Ishikawa, who was a Japanese quality guru. And then he told that 80% of the impact of the problem are caused only by 20% of the causes. So if you are able to identify these 20% of the causes, then 80% of the problem is going to be solved. So again, an example is given here in a auto service process. So the car service processes. So for example, if the customers are complaining that, okay, the service is not good. So again, you try to find out, maybe in a month, you are getting 100 customer complaints saying that the service is not done properly. And then there are 20 possible reasons for the customer complaint. You will find that out of these 100 complaints every month, out of these 100, so 80% of 100, that is 80 complaints, are going to come from only 20% of 20 causes. That is 4 causes. So only 4 reasons are contributing to 80 of the customer complaint. And if you are going to solve these 4 complaints, then your 80% of your problem is going to be solved. So this Pareto diagram will help you to prioritize the immediate action, prioritize the activity action for immediate action, prioritize root causes for immediate action. So for example, you are now taking a project in your organization to reduce the scrap. So again, the defects are coming, the scrap is coming because of 10 possible reasons. And you will find that only the top 1 or 2 defect types are contributing more than 80% of the scrap percentage. So if you are going to focus only on that, then majority of the problem is going to be solved. The second one is about the fishbone diagram. We also call this a cause and effect diagram. We also call that as a Ishikawa diagram, because Ishikawa, the Japanese quality guru, he was the first one who use this particular tool for problem solving. And we also call this a 6M analysis. And this tool is mainly used to get an exhaustive list of potential root causes for the problem. So for the problem, what you are trying to solve, so what are all the possible reasons for the problem? In order to get that entire list, then you can use this particular tool. For example, you assume that the customers are complaining that always there is a delay in delivering the cars after the service. So again, try to get into a brainstorming session around 8 to 12 people from the different department with the different levels. For example, the customer service people, the technicians, the source person, the quality persons, all those, and the final delivery person. So you just get into a cross section of people, 8 to 12 people. They will assemble in front of a moderator. The moderator will first set the context, and then he will ask the people to give the idea. So one by one, the persons will start giving the idea. So initially the rate which is the ideas are going to come will be very slow. But soon the idea from one person will trigger the mind of somebody else. Then he will give the idea. His idea will trigger the mind of someone, and then he will give his ideas. Like that, the rate at which the ideas are going to come will become faster and faster. More ideas will come. And again, there are two thumb rules for doing the fishbone diagram. None of the ideas should be discouraged, and none of the ideas should be rejected. Because if people are going to discuss about whether this idea is good or bad, then again, it is going to deviate from the topic. And again, the people always, it may lead to some heated argument. And then finally, it may end up in a very bad situation also. So it is the responsibility of the moderator to ensure the discussion is focusing only on getting the maximum number of ideas. And at a later stage, by using the different tools, again, those causes can be prioritized. So that is about fishbone diagram. That will help you to get a full list of all the potential root causes for the problem. The other tool that can be used for the finding the root cause is about the 5-way analysis. We also call it the Y-way analysis. So the concept here is that if you want to really understand what is the root cause of a problem, then by asking the question why multiple times, you will be able to get the root cause of the problem. I will just give an example so that it will be easy for you to understand. For example, yesterday I was late to the office by 1 hour. So I wanted to find the reason for me being late to the office yesterday. So I asked myself the question, why I was late to the office yesterday? The answer was I got delayed at the time of filling petrol in the petrol station. Second, I asked myself the question, why I got delayed at the time of filling petrol? The answer was I forgot to take my wallet. Why I forgot to take my wallet? Because I was in a hurry when I left home. Why I was in a hurry when I left home? Because I got up late in the morning. Why I got up late in the morning? Because the alarm clock did not ring. Why the alarm clock did not ring? Because a spring in the alarm clock was broken. So if I want to find out the reason for me being late to the office yesterday, by asking the question why multiple times, I was able to find that the breakage of the spring was the root cause of the problem. And if I'm going to take action on that, then the problem is going to be fully resolved. So the Y-way analysis, also called as the 5-way analysis, is a tool mainly used for finding the root cause for the problem. So again, by asking the question why 5 times, you may be able to find the root cause for the problem. But again, it is not really sacrosanct. Again, sometimes by asking the question 3 times itself, you may be able to find the root cause. And sometimes you may have to ask them 7 or 8 times till you get the root cause of the problem. Okay. Now again, this is a quiz. Quiz number 1. Again, as I told you, be very fast. So 2 questions are there. Only one answer is right. So based upon what you have just learned, just answer the questions. So I'll just give you some few minutes. 1 minute. Second questions, I request all of you to reserve your questions for the later. And Sashi Kumar, I think I've seen that you are putting the question again and again, but as I told you in the beginning, so please have your question for the end. Otherwise, you'll not be able to complete the curriculum. Okay, be fast, but be accurate also. Both are important. You'll have to be fast. Again, you are learning about the process improvement or the problem solving. So you'll have to be quick. At the same time, you'll have to be accurate also, right? Be accurate, be quick, and then you can see a lot of answers. Fantastic. So I like the energy of this particular team. Very good. Many people are actively participating. Good. So you may be wondering, like how I have committed you that the best person meeting the commitment, with whatever the conditions I have made, how I am going to do that? How am I going to find out that particular person? So again, as a part of our process improvement initiative, we have devised our own method. So that is going to be very accurate. At the same time, it is going to be very easy, time taking. So whatever we are preaching, we are also implementing, right? Okay. Last 10 seconds, and then we will move on to the next topic. Okay. So now we just move on to the next topic, that is understanding lean. So what is lean? Lean means identifying and eliminating waste in the process, maximizing the value, and it was implemented by Toyota. So lean is actually a methodology which is mainly it was developed by Toyota. So all of you are aware that the Second World War was fought between 1939 and 1945, and the war ended when the United States of America, they dropped atom bombs on both Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and Japan was totally devastated, and they were working very hard to come out of their problems. And Toyota in the 1900s, they were into the handloom business, and in 1935 they started their automobile unit, but immediately the Second World War followed, and they were not very active, and again they became very active after 1950s, and they were the first one who were implementing this lean. And it was quite popular in Japan from 1950s to 2000. And in 2000, seeing the success of this methodology, then it actually got spread across the globe. And for the last 25 years, this methodology is followed across the globe. So the main principle on lean is to maximize the customer value while minimizing the resources. So maximize customer value while minimizing the resources. So that means if I want to coin a slogan for lean, I will say that lean means more with less. More with less. That means more features and functions with lesser resources. So before going further, I'll just explain what is value. So value means the change in form or the form or the method for which the customer is willing to pay. The change in form or shape for which the customer is willing to pay. That is what we call as a value. For example, if you are ordering a car and you want a red color car, so you are willing to pay for the painting of the car, maybe 20,000 INR you are paying exclusively for the painting. But because of some problems in the manufacturing company, initially it was painted in a different color, and then they just did some rework. So because of which some 40,000 rupees has costed more. And the company is going to come and ask you, sir, please, because of some miscommunication, there was a rework that has happened. And so can you please pay us 40,000 rupees extra? Then you are not willing to pay that because the rework is not adding any value to that. So any activity which you do for which the customer is not willing to pay, we call it as a non-value-added activities, and we call this a waste, non-value-added activity. Means customer is not getting any benefit out of that activity, and we call this a non-value-added activity, also called as a waste. Okay, again I'm going to ask a very simple poll. Okay, in a manufacturing setup, can you just guess what percentage of time is spent on non-value-added activities? Can you just type the answer? What percentage of time is spent on non-value-added activities in a manufacturing setup? Can you guess and type in the chat box? 40%, 40, 30, 20 to 40, 80%, 30%, 40. Okay. So from 20% to 80%, there is a variation. So ideally, according to a survey, it was found that only 25 to 30% of the activities done in the manufacturing setup is adding value to the customer. That means 70 to 75%, there is an opportunity for improvement, for reducing the cost, right? So that's why the implementing lean is going to help any organization. For example, assume that you are selling a product at 100 INR, 100 rupees, and your cost price is 90 INR, then your profit is going to be 10 rupees, right? But if you are going to implement lean, then you are going to give more features and functions to the customer. So he is willing to pay more for the product. So you are going to get 110 rupees as a selling price. And since you are going to do it with lesser resources, the cost is going to be less at 80 rupees. That means your profit is going to be 30 rupees. That means 3 times your profitability is going to improve. So that is where lean will help you to improve your profit dramatically. And again, why lean is very important and relevant in the modern day today? Because during the 1970s and 80s, not much of competition was there. But after 1990s, a lot of globalization has taken place. Now there is a lot of competition, not only from the domestic manufacturers, but also from the international market, international competitors. So in the olden days, if you want to increase the profit, what you need to do, say for example, you are having a cost price and you are having a profit. So cost price profit is selling price. So in the olden days, if you want to improve the profit, then you need to just, you can increase the selling price. Just increase the selling price, then you will be able to increase the profit. No need for you to, no urgency for you to reduce the cost. Just to keep the cost price the same, but increase the selling price, then your profit is going to be more. But after the 1990s, we are finding that even maintaining the current cost itself is becoming very problematic, right? So under these circumstances, until unless you are able to reduce the cost, then you are not going to be sustainable in the market. And for that, the lean implementation of lean is going to be very, very helpful to you. So when I talk to you about lean as a methodology for identifying and eliminating waste, there are 8 types of waste according to lean, which can be remembered by remembering the word downtime. Downtime is actually an abbreviation or an acronym, and each letter stands for a particular type of waste. So D stands for defects, O stands for overproduction, W stands for waiting, N stands for non-utilized talent, T stands for transportation, I stands for inventory, M stands for motion, and E stands for extra processing. So I'll just give you a very quick overview of these 8 different types of waste. So any rework or scrap, whatever you are doing the process, we call it a wastage due to the defect. In a manufacturing setup, it is very easy to find because you can see that some 10 people are working and doing some rework in a remote area. That means you know that that is a waste. Or maybe every day you are just scrapping some 100, 200 kgs of material. Physically, you are carrying out into the rejection area. So it is very visible. But in an IT service company or the software development company, it may not be visible. People may be just sitting in front of the computers or the laptop. They will be working, but again, they may be doing some rework or whatever the work they have done may be scrapped at all, right? So that's what is the wastage due to the scrap. Scrap or any rework comes at a defect. Overproduction is making more than what is needed. Many organizations, what happens is, so they don't have the demand, uniform demand. Sometimes the demand will be very lean. Sometimes the demand will be at the peak. So whenever there is a lead time, then the management will think that anyhow, my machines and manpower, they're idling. So I'll just invest some more money in the material and then I'll just produce some items based on some expected orders, assuming that the customers will give the order in future. Thinking like that, I will just produce and keep it in the finished goods. So that as and when the order comes, then I can deliver right from the finished goods. But that is not the right approach. If the customer is not going to place the order, or the design of the product itself is changed and the product itself has become obsolete, then it is going to be a wastage. All what you have produced is going to become a dead inventory. So that is the reason you should not produce anything without the customer concurrence, customer confirmation. Otherwise, you got to say overproduction. Third one is waiting. For example, you are having a 3-step process end to end, and the process 2 is actually producing less when compared to process 1, 3. So then every time a lot of material will be accumulated waiting for the process to be completed. And if that machine is going to break down, or if the skilled manpower is absent for a longer period of time, or the imported raw material, there is a delay in getting, again, the waiting time is going to increase and that becomes a bottleneck. So time is always money. So any time you are losing because of waiting for the materials to be processed, we call it a loss due to the waiting time. Fourth one is about the non-utilized talent. So again, I'm just going to ask a question to you. So what percentage of your capability is being utilized by your current organization? So if I'm going to ask this question to you, then can you just type the answer in the chat box? What percentage of your capabilities is being utilized by your current organization? 70%, 80%, 70, 20, 60, 70, 60. So normally I have done this in so many of my batches, and then normally I get the answer around 50 to 60%. That means 40 to 50%, the scope is there for improving the productivity if the people's employees skill sets are properly utilized. But because of some reason, any organization, they are not able to use it. So that is again one of the biggest area for improvement. So you need to identify how the skills of the people can be better utilized. So many times you can see that the most skilled person may be doing some the work that can be done by a casual, right? So again, that is not going to be helpful to the organization. The fifth waste is about transportation, unnecessary movement of material. So this mainly because of the poor layout. So zigzag movement of the material. Again, because of that, again, a lot of power and fuel has to be wasted because of the transportation. And if the material is prone to some dust or contamination or some very brittle, then a lot of scrap is going to happen. So that is the wastage due to the transportation. Sixth one is the inventory. So inventory is the biggest enemy as far as lean is concerned. Because you have already invested in the material, you have invested in the machine time, you have invested in the manpower cost, you have added all the cost, but you have just keeping it with you. You are not delivered to the customer. So the money is not returning back to your organization. So you are going to face a lot of the cash flow problem, and you may not be having enough money to pay to your suppliers and to pay salary to the employees. So this many manufacturing organizations, they always end up with this particular problem, ending up with a lot of inventory on the raw materials, work in progress, or the finished goods. Again, that is not really advisable. So that is a wastage due to the inventory. Seventh one is the motion, unnecessary movement of people. For example, if in your organization, a person has to bend a bit in order to load the machine, he has to stretch a bit in order to unload the machine, and he has to walk some 50 meters to move the area, move the goods to the storage area. So this bending, stretching, and walking is going to make him tired very soon, and accordingly, his productivity and efficiency is going to be low. So we need to ensure that we give the proper working environment and proper tools to the our employees. So they should not be exposed to work area where there is a lot of heat is there, or a lot of dust is there, or a lot of noise is there, or you are asking them to lift some heavy weights and all. So that is going to make them tired soon. So give them the proper working environment and the proper working tools, then their efficiency will be better. The last one is about extra processing, doing more than what the customer requires. So again, I'm just going to give you two definitions of quality and ask you which one is the right according to you. Definition number one is quality means meeting requirements. Meeting requirements, that is one definition. And the second definition is exceeding expectations. So according to you, which one is the right definition for quality? Meeting requirement or exceeding expectations? Okay, fantastic. So most of you are saying one. But many times our own senior management will come and say that, okay, whatever the customer asks, then try to just do more work for him so that he is going to be very happy and he is going to place more order on us next time. But again, that is not the right approach. If the customer is expecting that particular feature or function, then he should be willing to pay for that. And if he's not paying for that, but if you are going to do that, then again, it is not adding any value to your customers. So that is going to be a waste. So any activity which you are going to do for which the customer is not willing to pay, any extra work you are going to do, not based upon the customer requirement, that is also going to be waste. That is the extra process. So we need to identify where all these 8 types of waste is there and take action to remove those 8 waste. Okay. So again, this is the third point. Which waste do you see most often in your workplace? So maybe you can just answer the question quickly. This poll, multiple answers are possible. More than one answers are possible. More than one answers are possible for this poll question. Okay, fantastic. A lot of answers are coming quickly. Good. Okay. Last 10 seconds, then we will move to the next topic. Okay. So now we are going to learn some of the most commonly used lean tools, which will help you to make the improvement. So if you remember, we have talked about the PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act. So we have identified some waste, and then we have found out the root causes. Now we'll have to make some improvement action. So for making this improvement action, again, a lot of tools are there. And again, one of the tools here, some of the tools what is most commonly used in lean tools. That's what we are learning here. So that is about the Kaizen. So Kaizen is actually a Japanese word made of two things. There is a Kai means change and Zen means good, change for good, that is improvement. So whenever we talk about Kaizen, we are talking about small improvement. Maybe improvement in productivity by 0.5%, reduction of defect by 0.1%, reduction of time by 2 minutes, etc. So small improvement. The concept behind Kaizen is small drops of water makes a big ocean. So instead of taking a very big complex problems to be solved using Six Sigma and achieve a $1 million saving, the Japanese companies always they prefer to go for 1,000 Kaizen project, and each Kaizen project giving a $1,000 as a annual saving, and then that is also equivalent to $1 million. But if you are going to take that as a Kaizen project, more and more people are going to be involved, and it will be able to sustain. In most of the companies, it is implemented as a suggestion scheme. So whenever an employee is having some improvement ideas, then he can just fill up a format, and then he can put it in the suggestion box. Then a small gift will be immediately given to him to encourage him to give more ideas. And then the idea will be forwarded to the manager. Once the manager approves, the employee will be given the approval for going ahead for implementing the improvement. And then the benefit will be monitored for a period of 6 to 9 months. And again, what is very important is about the recognition and rewarding. So every month or every quarter, the best Kaizen project should be selected, and they should be rewarded by the CEO in front of all the employees. Again, it is not the value of the reward, which is very important, but the fact that is given by the topmost person in the organization in front of all the employees. So that is going to be a motivation factor for all the people to go for it, right? So that is about Kaizen. The next tool is about Pokayoke. So the Pokayoke is also called as a error prevention or error proofing, and it is mainly used to avoid any manual errors. So I'll just give you the definition of Pokayoke so that you can get some understanding, and I will give you more example. So the definition of Pokayoke is that we are trying to put in some foolproof system in place so that even if someone wants to deliberately make a mistake also, the system will not allow them to make a mistake. So that means I'm going to put in some foolproof system in place so that even if someone wants to deliberately make a mistake also, the system will not allow them to make a mistake. I will give you some few examples so that it will be easy for you to understand. So, for example, you get into a car and you forgot to secure the seat belt. Immediately, you get an alert saying that the seat belt is not secured properly. So, until unless you secure the seat belt, then you are going to get the alarm continuously. Same thing will happen if you have forgotten to release the handbrake or one of the door is not closed properly. The other way is, for example, you just enter into a lift and then somebody has put their hand when the doors are closing. Then the doors will immediately stop. So that is an example of Pocoyoke. So whenever you are operating a microwave oven, the manufacturers know that somebody is going to open the oven. If it is in a switched on condition, then it is going to be injurious to their health. So the design of the machine is done in such a way that as soon as somebody opens in the working condition, then immediately the machine will be switched off. So these are all some of the examples of Pokayoke. And in a Six Sigma project, whenever you have made some improvement and you want to sustain the improvement and you don't want any manual errors to happen, then you'll have to put in some Pokayoke in place. So that's a very important tool that can be used for avoiding any malware errors. It's actually a low-cost automation. So what are the example I told you? All these can be done with the help of some simple visual sensors or solenoids or relays, etc. Very simple, very low cost, but very powerful, foolproof mechanism for error control. That is POCA. Okay. Third one is about 5S. 5S is actually a tool which will be used for improving the workplace discipline. And 5S stands for 5 Japanese words starting with S: Seiri, Seiton, Seizo, Seiketsu, and Shichuke. And the English equivalent are sorting, setting in order, shining, standardizing, and sustaining. So first you need to identify in your workplace what is required and what is not required. Not required item has to be removed and then transported to a retake area or a rejection area. And the required items has to be kept in the according to the usage of work. Then setting in order Seiton is where you are going to find a proper place for everything. A slogan for Seiton can be a place for everything and everything in place. That means once you have decided that these items are required, then for each item, you will have to find a place in your workplace. And once you have allotted a place, every time, anytime, anybody comes and observes, you should be only in that place. So that's what we call as a Seiton or setting in order. That will help you to reduce the searching time. Third one is Seizo or shining, cleaning. So you'll have to make a clean your equipment and your workplace regularly. So you'll have to prepare a checklist and prepare a plan for the daily maintenance or daily cleaning, weekly, monthly, annual plan, and etc. So that your workplace and the machines are clean. So that will help you to minimize the breakdown time and also help you to improve the safety. Fourth one is about standardize, Seiketsu. So whatever the activities you are going to do, you have to do it in a standardized manner. So you will have to standardize the list of activities, what you are going to do in the end-to-end process, the sequence in which you are going to do the activities, the time taken for each activity, so that even if 10 different people are going to come and do the work, all will be doing in the same way, so that the quality will always be consistent. And the other aspect of standardize is also the visual management. So you'll have to display the current performance of the KPIs in terms of the percentage absenteeism, attrition, the yield, productivity, and all in graphical format, giving the trend for the last 9 months or 1 year, so that it will give awareness to the employees. This is what is the performance of the KPIs, and in order to improve, what needs to be done. So that is about Seiketsu or standardizing and visual management. And last one is about sustain, that is Shichuke, sustain and self-discipline. So what are the improvement we have achieved through the first 4 S's? What are the activities we are going to do so that we'll be able to sustain? So we'll have to, again, the daily visit by senior management will motivate the people to do a consistent job. And then doing the regular 5S audit and ranking the departments according to the score and give you a lot of publicity will give some sort of a competition, will create a competition. And then that will again help in active participation from all the employees. And again, the recognition reward of the best teams, again, that will also motivate the people. So that is about 5S in short. And these 3 are very easy to apply tools, but very powerful tools for improvement. So right now, till now, whatever we have covered about the basics of problem solving, about the basic problem solving tools and the lean management and the lead tools. So again, this you can put together in a format. We call it a A3 problem solving. This is actually a lean tool. So we call this as a A3 problem solving because the documentation of this improvement, you can just document in a A3 sheet paper. So that's why the name comes. So you just take up a very simple problem. I can even tomorrow you can go to your workplace and then you can just start doing this particular project. That is going to be very much easy to do and very much rewarding to your department also. So first you just give what is the title, what actually you are trying to do, what is the team, who are the team members. So write some 1 or 2 sentences about the background, what is the current problem, then what is the current state. So the productivity is low or the yield is low or on time is very high or something like that. So what is the current state? Put it in a graphical format so that it will be easy for people to understand. Then fix a target, what you want to achieve, from where you want to go where. Then do a fishbone analysis and a 5O analysis to find out the root causes for the problem. And then do a brainstorming session to come out with an action plan. And then you just implement all the action plan. Wait for some 2-3 months till all the improvements are getting settled. and then do a before after comparison to really see whether improvement has been achieved or not. And then whatever the changes you have made, then see how it can be documented, and then it can be standardized across the entire organization so that everybody follows the revised process. And then you just document what are the learnings from this particular exercise, right? Very simple, but a very powerful tool for process improvement. And I request each and every one of you to start implementing it right away. No need for you to wait till day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, you just start implementing this. Okay. So a quick quiz number 2. So just test your knowledge, what you have learned in lead management. So again, answer those questions quickly. So as I told you, like keep these questions for the end of the session. Okay, good. Many people are actively taking part. Good competition is there. So again, all those who are attending the session, so tomorrow you'll get a mail who was a winner and what time, how many people have answered all those things, all those details, you will get it in mail tomorrow. Okay, last 10 seconds, then we will move to the next topic. Okay. So now we are going to learn about the overview of Six Sigma. What is Six Sigma? So Six Sigma is a data-driven, statistically structured methodology to achieve a very low defect rate of only 3.4 defects per million opportunity. So it was first implemented in Motorola in the year 1987 when Motorola was a US-based company, and they were facing a stiff competition from the Japanese companies. Like they were into the electronic consumable goods like the televisions, refrigerators, and all the electronic consumable goods. And they were facing a lot of stiff competition from the companies like Toshiba, Sony, Sanyo, and all. And the real effort for coming out with a methodology like Six Sigma started in the 1985 when Bob Gavin, the CEO of Motorola, he called all his senior management people and told them that the quality of the services and the products at Motorola has gone so bad that it has started sinking. And we wanted to do something about it. And then he put two of his best quality people, Bill Smith and Michael Harry, and to work on a project to improve the quality 10 times within 2 years. So these two people worked for 2 years and from 1985 to 1987, and it was first implemented in Motorola, Six Sigma. And then see the success, then it was implemented in the Allied Signals and the General Electrical. And then initially it was implemented only in the manufacturing company, but starting from the year 2000, it was implemented in the software development companies and the IT service companies also. And now this methodology is applicable in any domain: manufacturing, IT services, services, software development, construction, healthcare, oil and gas, any type of industry, any domain, any product or service, any functions, you'll be able to apply the Six Sigma. And you can consider that Six Sigma is a toolkit for solving the process problem. So for example, so assume that you are having an electrical problem in your house. What do? You call the electrician. When the electrician comes, does he come empty-handed? No. He comes with a tools box. In the tools box, he is having a lot of tools for analyzing and solving the problem. For example, on a particular day, he just called him because your fan was not running. So when he came, as soon as he came, then he just removed the tester from his tools box, went to the phone's fan switch, and then checked if electricity was coming there. If electricity is coming to the fan switch, but fan is not running, then he will analyze that the problem is somewhere between the fan switch and the fan, and then he will do more analysis in that area. If the electricity is not coming to the fan switch at all, then he will analyze that the problem is somewhere between the fan switch at the main power panel, and then he will do more analysis in that area. And once he analyzes what is the root cause of the problem, then again for the same tools bar, he is going to take some other tools for solving the problem. So like how electrician or a plumber or a carpenter is having a tools box for solving, analyzing and solving the problem. Similarly, as a process expert, you are going to be exposed to a lot of tools and concepts, right? In Six Sigma. So you are going to learn more than 100 to 150 tools whenever you are going to learn green belt or a black belt. So whenever you are having any process problem from this tools box, you will be able to pick up the right tool for analyzing the problem. And again, for the same tools box, you will be able to identify some tools for solving the problem, right? So Six Sigma is nothing but a tools kit for solving the process problem. It is a data-driven approach. So if you want to solve any problem through Six Sigma, you need to collect a lot of data from the process, and this data you will have to analyze with the help of the statistical tool. So find out the some critical root causes so that you'll be able to take some permanent corrective action. So the customer satisfaction and the financial benefits, these are the two major driving forces of Six Sigma. And a Six Sigma process is having only 3.4 defect per million opportunity. For example, you assume that in Indian railways, you know that in every day, maybe 1 million traffic signal changes are happening. So how many traffic signal changes can go wrong? 1,000, 2,000, 100, 50. So even if there are going to be 10 defects also, that can lead to a major accident, right? So if in a process running at Six Sigma, that means only 3 traffic signal changes are going to be defect out of 1 million. So such low defect rates are there, so that your productivity is going to be high, your quality is going to be excellent, and your profitability is going to be more. And that is the reason why most of the companies, they want to implement Six Sigma in their organization. So again, this is what is the DPMO, defects per billion opportunity at the Sigma level. So normally, most of our companies, we operate between 3 and 4 Sigma. So that means our defect rate is somewhere between 0.6% to 6.7%. But if you want to improve from to Six Sigma, then we can be considered as a world-class company, right? So very few companies have achieved this Six Sigma level of process capability. So the methodology which is used for improving the process in Six Sigma, again, there are 3 different approaches for that, as I was explaining you when I was explaining the problem solving tree. But most common is about the DMAIC methodology, which is used for improving the existing process and existing product. So if a process is existing for more than 1 year, and variability is the issue. For example, you are in a automobile component manufacturing, or you are in a process industry, or in a plastic component manufacturing company. So this process you have been doing for the last 1 year, but again the yield is not consistent. So some days you get a very high yield, 99%, you are very happy. Next day itself is coming down to 80%. You do not know exactly what are the reasons for the problem. So whenever you are having a problem and you are finding that variability is the issue, then those type of problem can be solved by using the DMAIC methodology, where again DMAIC is actually acronym. D stands for define, M stands for measure, A stands for analyze, I stands for improve, and C stands for control. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So in the define phase, first you start identifying the customer who is having some problem with respect to the quality, price, or delivery. They link it to a critical to X factor, CTX, what is causing more pain to the customer. If delivery is the issue, then it is CTD, critical delivery. If quality is a problem for the customer, it is CTQ, critical to quality. If price is a problem for the customer, it is CTP, critical to price. So try to link the voice of customer to a critical to X factor, and then link it to a measurable metric. So if the customer is talking about the delivery performance, then CTX is CTD, critical delivery. And how you are measuring the delivery performance, you are measuring in terms of percentage on-time delivery. Then quantify the current position. Maybe you are at 80%. What the target you want to achieve? You want to achieve 95%. Then you can take up a Six Sigma project, saying that the objective of the project is to improve the percentage on-time delivery from 80% to 95% by March 2026, right? 27, 26, 27. So that's how you define the problem, right? So then you just define the problem. Then you just appoint a project leader, project team, then write the business case for the project. What are the benefits you're going to get by doing the project? What are the problems you're going to face if the problem is not solved? Then prepare the schedule. prepare the budget, and document everything in a document which is called as the project charter. So the project charter is the most important deliverable in the define phase. So once you have defined the problem, then you can go to the measure phase. So in which you are going to collect a lot of data. So try to start with a fishbone diagram to find out what are all the possible causes that can contribute to the particular problem. And then you just narrow down the prioritize the causes and arrive at around 10 to 12 root causes for collecting the data. Then collect accurate data from the process. And then you just establish what is your current baseline data, what is your current performance. And then in the analyze phase, what are the data you have collected during the measure phase? You analyze with the help of the statistical tools, and then you just validate 3 or 4 critical root causes which are contributing substantially for the problem. In the improve phase, you take action only on those 3 or 4 critical and statistically validated root causes. And in the control phase, you will find that by closely monitoring and controlling 1 or 2 critical inputs or the process conditions, then you are going to get a consistent output. So this is where we call this a DMAIC methodology, how we will be able to find out a permanent solution for the problem. So again, we come to the pole 4. So now that you have learned something about this Six Sigma, so how do you rate your current awareness of Six Sigma? So maybe only one correct answer. So you can just give the answer for this, type the answer in the chat box. Only one answer. I can see some people are marking 2. Only one answer is right. Okay, so this is only for us to get some idea about what is our current knowledge levels. Okay, last 10 seconds for you to answer these questions. Then we'll move on to the next one. Okay. So now I think we come to the last topic here with respect to the overview of Six Sigma. So we have heard that, again, I have showed that Six Sigma is a structured methodology for problem solving. So what are the different roles and responsibilities in a Six Sigma organization? So that's what we are going to learn now. So the executive leadership is actually very, very important for Six Sigma. That is the managing director or the CEO. His role is very important. He has to give a direction to the Six Sigma initiative. So he has to be really very clear about why he wants to implement Six Sigma, what he wants to achieve by implementing Six Sigma. And he has to, again, arrange for to create a positive working culture. Because all along, people have been used by solving the problems by judging the problem. But now you are asking them to solve the problems by using the data-based approach. So a cultural change is required. So they will have to create a positive environment for cultural change, and they will have to arrange for the training at all levels. Then champions are the sponsors. They are the functional heads. They are the senior management people who are directly reporting to the managing director, and they have been given some stretched target by the managing director, and they are looking for some support. And if they are given Six Sigma as a support for achieving the target, then they will immediately embrace it. The role of the champion is to provide the administrative support for the project. So whenever the Six Sigma, and they are responsible for selecting the project leaders and the project team. And whenever the project team, and then they are also responsible for providing the resources in terms of manpower, material, and the machine time. And if any roadblocks are coming, then that can be escalated to the champion so that they will solve. So the main role of the champion is to provide the administrative support for the project. Master black belts are normally initially to start with, they can be the external consultant, but over a period of time, the internal talent can be groomed. They are the persons who are going to give the technical guidance for the Six Sigma project. Whenever it says technical guidance, it is not that for in a civil engineering company, is in a construction company, he is going to give a civil engineering related input. It is not like that. He is going to give technical inputs about the Six Sigma methodology. So what data needs to be collected from the process, which statistical tool to use, how to interpret the data, how to present to the senior management. All those guidance, technical guidance will be given by the master black belt. And then black belt are normally from the middle management, managers or senior managers. So they can lead projects to solve some complex technical issues using the complex statistical tools, or they can lead a project needing some interdepartmental coordination. So, for example, a production manager can take a project spanning across to the maintenance and the quality team. So, with the help of the green belt from the maintenance and the quality team, then he can complete the solve the complex production problem. So, normally the role of a black belt is full time, and around 4 to 6 days of training is given to the black belt. Green belts are normally the people from the lower management, engineers, senior engineers, assistant managers, and so on. So they can lead a small independent project in their own department, or they can become a part of the black belt project team. And the yellow belts are normally the supervisors or the senior workmen, and their main role is to help the green belt or the black belt project leaders for the collection of accurate data during the measure phase, and again for closely monitoring and control the critical inputs or the process condition after the project is completed, so that we'll be able to get a consistent output. So white belt again is also there. So that is merely a awareness training, maybe 2 to 4 hours of awareness training to all the employees in the department where the Six Sigma project is taken up. So you can see that in an organization where you want to implement Six Sigma, a parallel organization structure is in place, so that when the project manager or the project team, whenever they have a problem, then they will know to whom they should go so that the problem can be solved. So that is about the roles and responsibilities in a Six Sigma. So quickly we will go through the quiz number 3. Quiz number 3. So again, only one answer, correct answer for these two questions. So you can just select. Answer these two questions. Okay, fantastic. So even I think even after 90 minutes, I can see a lot of that is giving me a lot of energy for me to work with the class today. Good. So maybe last 10 seconds for you to answer. Okay. So now one of the myths is that Six Sigma is applicable only to the manufacturing. So because again, as I was telling you, initially it started off only in manufacturing, but again, it is not that it is applicable only for manufacturing. So it is applicable in any domain, any function, any product or services. For example, in manufacturing, it will help you to reduce the defect rates, optimize the production flow, minimize the downtime. Healthcare, it will help you to reduce the patient waiting time, improve the medication accuracy, streamline recharge processes. Banking and finance, it will help you to reduce the loan processing time, minimize the transaction errors, improve the customer onboarding. IT and software, reduce the software defects, improve the release cycle time, optimize the support ticket flow. Logistics, optimize the delivery routes, reduce the warehouse errors, improve on-time delivery. Retails and service, reduce the checkout waiting time, minimize the returns and complaints, improve service consistency. So irrespective of any domain, any product or service, any function, Six Sigma is applicable. Okay, why the professionals should learn Lean Six Sigma? So again, as I told you, so many of you maybe there are there in the engineers or assistant managers, deputy managers, and perhaps some of you may be the managers, right? So you are mainly in the execution role. So whatever the decisions given by your managers, you are executing the role. And whenever there is a problem, then you escalate to the managers. So you are not in the decision making role. So you are only doing the work. But if you want to lead any improvement work, then if you want to move to the decision making roles, then you will have to improve your problem solving skills. So if you are able to improve that skills, acquire that particular skill, then you'll be able to get a very premium salary. So normally green belt and black belt, they command 20 to 35% higher salaries in most industries. And again, we are offering a global recognition. So our green belt and black belt the certification are globally recognized. We are accredited by Council for Six Sigma certification. They are the #1 Lean Six Sigma accreditation agency in the globe. And then you are going to get an accelerator growth, and you are going to transition from an individual contributor to a process leader and a change agent. And you are going to lead a cross-functional team. So that is a very, very important vital skill required for managing cross-functional skills for problem solving, structured thinking. So whenever you have a problem, then always you're not going to take any reactive approach. You are going to take some proactive approach. Even before a problem crops up, try to think proactively and then see how this problem can be totally avoided instead of having a day-to-day firefighting. And then you are going to have a competitive edge. So if 100 people are applying for a job and you are having a Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt or a Black Belt certification, then you are going to be one among the very few who will be who are having a better chance of getting that particular opportunity. So these are some of the reasons why you should go for the Six Sigma certification. So this is the quiz number 4, the last quiz number 4. So again, only one answer is right for each question. Grand finale, last question. Okay. Okay, last 10 seconds, then we'll move forward. Okay. Okay. Now, are you now ready for to transform your career? So if you are really interested, then you can join our next batch. So only the next our September batch is starting on 5th of September. Limited seats are available. So if you want to have more information, you can visit our website, then www.icecube.org. Then again, our team, technical team, will help you to select the right choice depending upon your experience and depending upon your career ambitions and everything. So they will they will help you to select the right one, and then you can register, and then you can start learning, right? Okay. So the last poll. Okay. Poll number 5. This is the last question. Are you interested in getting Lean Six Sigma certified? Only one answer is right. Okay. So you can answer this question, and then maybe we can log out. Okay. Last 10 seconds. Okay. So now with this, I am just formally ending this session for the yellow belt. So I thank all of you for joining this session, and I enjoyed taking this session for this last one and a half 90 minutes. So your active, enthusiastic participation really gave me a lot of energy for conducting this training. And all of you who don't want any further information, any further questions, and you can just log out now. So only the people who are having some questions to be answered and who are interested in going for our green belt, or because already a lot of our participants, a lot of students have asked for a separate session to know more about your courses. So this next few minutes is going to be only for them to know more about our classes, how it is, how we are approaching this training program. So for the rest of you, we can just log out. And again, as I told you, the certificate in the soft copy will be shared with you through your mail on latest by next Monday or Tuesday, right? Okay.
Sir, I
So
have one question.
yeah.
I have 10-year experience,
Mm,
little bit knowledge about Six Sigma,
mm,
Boka, and Kanban process.
mm,
So I want to do black belt.
mm.
Just you just tell me, can possible?
Yeah, yeah. So normally we just recommend eligibility criteria for 5 years. If you are having more than 5 years of work experience, then you can directly go for your black belt.
Just that is the okay black belt, but I want to learn to from zero to
Yeah, yeah,
if the
yeah,
black belt I
yeah,
do,
yeah.
first you will be learn. I learn the green belt after that black belt, no?
No, no,
One
I will
all
just
detail.
explain you. I will explain you. Just wait for some time. As I told you, this next few minutes, I am going to be there as long as you want, right? The entire team, the last person, last question. So I don't have any time limit, even for next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm willing to stay. So whoever is wanting to stay back, they can stay back. I will answer all your questions, right? So I will tell you, I will just show you our PowerPoint presentation, how we approach and all those things. So it's not going to be difficult. So we are going to start right from the scratch. So without compromising the quality of the content, but at the same time acknowledging that most of your, because again, the people, the working professionals with the minimum 3 years of experience, they come join us for the green belt. And then we have the
And
people
then we have the
who
people.
have got 35, 40 years of experience also, they are coming, right? So we have set our the course material in such a way that it will be very easy to understand. At the same time, it is not going to compromise on any of the quality. The black belt certification, whatever you are going to get, is going to be like you, even if some of the most difficult questions are asked in the interview by any of the senior professionals, you will be able to answer confidently, right? So I will just show you our way of approach, and then the our app. We have a learning management system. So how the study materials and everything, but all those things I will show you, right? To answer your question, yes, you can directly go for black belt, and no need for you to panic. You will start right from the scratch.
No, sir. No, sir. Actually, I am not clear. Suppose I go, do black belt.
Mm.
You will be teach from zero to primary to start. Yeah, what
Yeah,
directly
primarily
going?
that's what I told you. I will start from the right from the beginning to end. You will be able to understand.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. No,
okay,
no
sir. Thank
prior
you.
knowledge on statistics or no prior knowledge, any technical knowledge, nothing is required, right? So if you are a basic graduate, this thing, and or even a diploma with maybe 5 years or more than 5 years of work experience, you will be able to understand.
Okay.
Yes, Pankaj Singh, I think I saw your hand raised. So Pankaj Singh, any questions?
Hello.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
evening,
Jamin.
sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Good evening,
yeah.
sir. Yeah, this is a. Can you share your PPT?
So we just share the PPT recording only to the selected people who are really interested, right? So no, we are not actually sharing with all the people, but because I think the today whatever you have learned, I think is more than sufficient, right? I think you would have taken the notes and everything. So we'll
Okay, sir.
share you the certificate, the yellow belt certificate. We will share you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Santosh Kumar.
Sir, good
Sir,
evening.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I was thinking to do a black belt, but
Yeah.
I'm not completed yet in yellow belt or white belt something. It
Hmm.
is a directly we want to proceed the black belt.
So how many years of experience you have? Work
So I am
experience?
completed around 15 plus.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely, you'll be able to go directly for
Only
your.
depends upon the experience. It is not completed for white or yellow.
No, 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 no. There's no me. I think we are now for the green belts. We are recommending a minimum work experience of 3 years. Then for black belt, minimum work experience of 5 years. So no prior yellow belt or green belt is required for a black belt.
Sir,
So
and
again, yeah.
one more clarification.
Hmm,
If suppose I am working in a greenfield project, I have no machineries or no data, something like that.
yeah.
If I want to submit any black belt project means,
Hmm.
what type of project I will take?
Yeah, I
Okay,
will
sir.
just explain as I told you. I will just explain you about the approach, like how we are approaching. There is one slide. Actually, this coming this thing. So this is what is I will explain, and then I will explain the methodology, and then finally the whatever the offer I am was having, that also I will should show you. Right, as I told you, this is only for the interested people, right? Okay. So I think now I will just explain in the individual questions I will take after, because again all the people may not be having those questions. So I'll just explain how the our training is taking place. So we are conducting these live online sessions. So again, it is going to be like interactive, like how we had this session. So that's why we wanted to, because again some of the participants they wanted to have a demo session. So that's why I'm taking this session. So it will be like interactive and it will be instructor led. So I will be the person who will be giving the training. So it is going to be a 4 weekend class. So green belt is for 28 hours and black belt is for 32 hours of learning. So we normally conduct this Lean Six Sigma on Saturdays and Sundays from 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. IST. Right. So the time is selected in such a way that it is convenient for the people across the globe other than USA. So people from India, Middle East, Africa, European countries, Southeast Asian countries is the convenient time. So that's why we have kept here. So normally it goes for 4 weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. And we are offering a certification. It is a globally recognized certification. It is we are accredited by the Council for Six Sigma Certification for our green belt or black belt. And the takeaways, what you'll be taking away with you after the certification, you'll be having the access to the digital material, the soft copy of the presentation, case studies. You are going to have a lot of case studies, and you will be a lot of Excel templates will be given to you for the day-to-day your data analysis, and again a lot of practice quizzes also will be given. So all those things will be given in the our LMS, learning management system, which I am going to show you. Then very important thing as what Pankaj was asking. So again, all the people, all the black belt team, the students are supposed to submit a project. So this project, again, they will just, again, I'll just show you how the project is going to be done. So it is going to be done with the help of the AI tool by using the chat GPT or the Claude or any other the AI tool. So you will give the inputs about the which domain you are in, manufacturing, service, IT service, or software development, which domain you are working, what product or service your company is making, and which function you are in, production, quality, maintenance, finance, marketing, sales, etc., which function you are working. Then you give these inputs to the chat GPT and then ask for some 10 problems that can be solved using Six Sigma. Then the chat GPT will give you 10 problems. From that 10 problems, you can just select the one which you are relating to, because maybe that is a burning problem for you right now. And then just you just give the information about the end-to-end process, and then by using the Pareto chart, you'll be able to narrow down the scope of the project, identify the problem, and then we will take you through the entire DMAIC methodology. So again, the chat GPT or AI tool will create the dummy data, and then with the help of the dummy data, you will just progress. There are 43 questions are there, 43 prompts are there. So one by one, as you are moving way in the through the DMAIC methodology, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So once you go through all the tools and concepts, then apply these prompts, and then you'll be able to get with the help of the AI generated data, you'll be able to progress further, and then you'll be at the end of the last question, you'll be able to clearly understand how a Lean Six Sigma project should be done and how it should be documented. And this project, you can just proudly, you can just show you to your boss or any of the interviewers. And because since you are doing it from your own area of work, I think you will be able to explain in a very confident manner, and that will help you to go for a premium job if you are looking for somewhere else, right? So that is a very, very exclusive approach, which I can just say that none of the other institutes are really taking this approach, this practical problem solving, right? Project. So again, our syllabus is aligned with the ASQ and ISCC. So if some of you like to take the ASQ or the ISCC exam, once you take this black belt or a green belt certificate from us, then we give you free of cost. We will give you the guidance how to take the exam. We will give you some mock test, and then we will give you a one-to-one interaction you can always have with me, and then we will handhold you through taking the exam successfully. So again, very important thing is our certificate is going to have a lifetime validity. So there is no necessity for renewing it. There's no validity. Like some other companies, let's just go for 1 year or 3 year. Every 3 years, you'll have to validate by, you'll have to renew it by paying some amount or something like that. It is nothing like that. The certificate, again, the certificate will have the logo not only of our company but also for the CSSC. I'll just show you immediately after that. And then again, you are going to have the access to the mobile app, learning management system. Again, most of the other institutes, they just cut your access within 1 year. 1 year is the maximum time given, but we are going to give you a lifetime access for you, right? So lifetime, you'll be able to have the access to the study material, the recordings, the quizzes, mock tests, and all those things you'll be able to get. And then every 3 months, we are whenever we are going to change our study material or any new approach we are going to implement, so you'll be having the access to the latest study material and the latest recording, so that you can get yourself updated on the whatever is happening in us, right? So again, the convenient batch times designed for the working professionals across India and the global time zones. So again, this is what is the certificate, what we will be giving to our students. So this is a green belt certificate. So you can see that we are having our logo. This is a Council for Six Sigma, this thing, certification. And then we'll also provide you the link. So you go and click the link, you'll be able to have the validate yourself that we are accredited by them. And again, we are issuing the certificate through Certify Me. So if any of your employers or any of your prospective interviewers, they want to really check whether this is a genuine certificate or not, then they can just feed in the certificate number, and then they will be able to get a validation that this certificate was issued by us, right? So in addition to that, for the Black Belt project holders, we are just giving this certificate of achievement. So we'll just write your name and you have completed the Black Belt project, and this was the title of the project under my guidance. So this exclusive project completion certificate also we are going to give you, right? So this is CSSC certified, globally recognized, lifetime validity, no renewal required, QR code verified, instant credential check. So these are some of the latest credentials, the Google reviews given. So right now it is more than 260. So you got 4.9 out of 5. So no feedback, less than 4. Again, you can just go through all the reviews. So everything, all those reviews will be highlighting the way in which the difficult, most complex topics are explained in a very simple manner. The practical approach for the problem solving, not the theoretical PowerPoint presentation, but a theoretical, practical way of solving the problem. And again, a very good support system. So right from you first make the initial contact with our sales team till you get the final certificate. And then after that also, whenever you want to have any interaction with us regarding the data analysis or any projects or any support for attending the interviews or something like that, all those support will be given to you. So we actually consider, once you come to our this thing, we always call this ICEQBS family, right? Our family. So we will just take care of your needs according to your requirements. So again, the upcoming September schedule is starting on 5th of September. So 5th, 6th, 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th, 26th, 27th. So Saturdays and Sundays, 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. IST, right? Okay. So I will quickly go through the approach. I will just show you the PowerPoint presentation just a few minutes. The approach what we are having. So I will just take you through our learning management system. So where you will be having the access to the study material. So these are the different batches. So you can see here the July batch. So this is where the content is there. So this is the study material. So you can see there is the green belt material. So I'm just opening the PowerPoint presentation here. So you can see that the PPTs, the PowerPoint presentations are very simple to learn. So I think it's a PPT, it's not opening. Yeah. So it's slow. So you can see that this is a very explained in a very easy to understand manner. Very easy with a lot of pictures, easy for understanding, right? Again, I will show you the analyze phase, which is actually supposed to be the toughest one, where a lot of statistics is supposed to play. But again, we have made it very simple. Analyze phase, this is the most difficult part of it. But we have customized our content in such a way that it will be easy for you to understand, right? This is the analyze phase. So with a lot of pictures, you can see that text is not crowded, easy to understand, easy to apply, right? Okay. So we also have the recordings of the sessions. So all the recordings will be uploaded just immediately the Saturdays and Sundays, whatever the class has been completed. So all those recordings will be downloaded. It will be uploaded in this LMS. So you'll be able to have this access. So suppose in case because of some urgent emergency, you are unable to attend the class, then you can just go through this recording also, right? And again, there are some quizzes. You can see that you are mapped to some quizzes. So there are some of the quizzes. So after the entire curriculum is divided into 10 modules, and after each module, then I will just show you one quiz. 10 questions will be there. So again, the right answers will be discussed in the class so that your learning will be better, right? So all those things you are going to do it in the class itself. So again, you can see these are question 1, question 2, same questions. Then you can just answer it. I will give you 5-10 minutes. And then once you complete it, then we will discuss about the right answers. So that's how the our learning management system is organized. And again, for the project, again, you can see here that so this again, the projects are done by our April batch students. So again, you can also, once you complete the project, you will also get a PowerPoint presentation like this. So you can see that again, following the DMAIC methodology, what is the project charter, what is the problem we are trying to solve. Then starting from the identifying the customers, then end-to-end workflow, Pareto chart to narrow down the scope of the project, what important problem we are trying to solve. Then using the baseline data, so this is a trend chart. So again, you will be having the access to the Minitab, right? So again, we are going to give you 16 hours of Minitab. So again, that Minitab access is lifetime free. So you'll be able to download and in your laptop or the computer system, that is going to be a lifelong access will be there. And the 16 hours of the training will be happening on the how to use the Minitab for your day-to-day problem solving, right? All those are output from the Minitab. The histograms, then the CPCPK, the process capability analysis, fishbone diagram, then the low hanging fruits. So these are a systematic way of approach. So again, you can see that before after comparison. So how to control. So all those DMAIC methodology and how actually we are approaching, as I told you, we are going to give you a Word template like this. So we are going to give a Word template like this. So again, which is going to give you, like, again, these are the questions, the prompts. So which industry you are, which domain, what product or service you are making, then identify 10 problem, select the problem, metric, right? So as you are going through solving each and every, answering each and every question, then you'll be, the output, again, you will validate, and then you will paste it in this Word document. And then you can also see all those Minitab outputs also will come here. So these are Minitab output. So you can practice yourself. Either you can get the output from the Minitab or you can just generate it through the AI tool itself. Both are possible. We will tell you how to do that in both the ways. So the data, again, dummy data created by the AI tool. So with the help of the dummy data, you will analyze the data with the help of the statistical tools. So then you will find out some improvement action, and then you will do the before after comparison. So finally, till the actions what you are going to take in order to sustain the improvement, right? All those things, first you will make it in the Word document, then the contents of the Word document, you can convert that into the PowerPoint presentation, right? So which you can proudly you can explain to your interviewers or your senior management people, right? Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. And then finally, before getting into the question and answer, so again, I think I had promised you that I will just, for the people who are interested in joining our September batch, then I am going to give you some special discount. So the last slide, this is what is I'm going to show you. So this is only
I
for
have
those, yeah, I just to give me 2 minutes and then I will answer your question. So this offer is exclusive only for the people who are attending the webinar today. So only the webinar attendees only, right? So again, it's a limited time discount for everyone joining this Lean Six Sigma session. The more people you bring, the more everyone saves, right? So the offer is valid only for 24 hours. So it will end tomorrow exactly at 10 p.m. IST. After that, it will not be valid. So for the green belt, we are actually charging 12,000 rupees as our actual fees. But if you are coming as a single participant, then you are going to get almost 18% discount. So you'll be able to do that green belt with only 10,000 rupees as a participant. And for the black belt, if you want to do, instead of our normal 15,000, you are going to have only 13,000. And if you are going to bring one of your friend along with you, then it is going to be 9,000 for each, right? So instead of 20,000 for two people, then 18,000 two people, right? So if you are referring a friend, if both of you are coming to stay with us, learn with us, then you will have to pay 18,000 rupees for green belt, and for black belt, you will have to pay 22,000. And if you are able to refer two of your friends, so three of you come and learn from us, then you will have to pay only 24,000. So if you are going to come individually, 30,000, 10,000 each, but you are going to pay only 8,000. Now, if you are going to bring three of your friends with you, four of you are going to learn, then for green belt, it is only 7,000. For black belt, it is going to be only 9,000. So the actual fees is our standard price, and the discount starts from here. The more and more people you are able to bring it, the lower and lower the price is going to come down. So again, as I told you, this offer is available only for those attending today's live webinar. Mention in this session when you are enrolled. So when you are enrolling, just mention that you have attended this webinar. And our person, Riaz, you are there?
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, you can just copy and paste the link, that is the Infomoja link on
Sure,
the
sir.
chat box. And then if any one of you are interested, then you can just make the payment using that link. And then the enrollment process will be completed by tomorrow. So again, as I told you, we are giving this 24 hours time so that if you want to bring in more people, more of your friends, then you can bring them. So it's only a demo, what you have seen. So because again, if you are going to refer some of your friends, then you'll have to be very confident that you are getting something out of it, right? So that is the reason this demo has been given. And I hope that you have enjoyed this session. And hopefully, if you get into a green belt or a black belt the program, then I think you will learn and you will also enjoy the sessions, right? So you can also go through our testimonials. This is what is our website. So this is what you can just take a photo of this, snap of this. So this is what our website, and you can contact these mobile numbers, these email IDs. You can go through our Google rating. You can read through all the Google reviews. So you won't find, even if you go to the last one, you are not going to get any rating less than 4, right? So ours is 4.92 or 93 out of 5 over the last 260. So that's what I wanted to say. Okay. Any questions? Now it is open to all, right? So those again who want to leave, you can always leave anytime. No, not necessary that you have to stay back. But if somebody you want to listen to what others are asking, or you yourself want to clarify some questions or something like that, you can stay back. Yes.
hello, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
How useful is quality control for build long-term career? Because I have
Yeah.
7 years experience in quality control department. How will the experience support
So
my
what is
career growth?
your current designation?
Current designation senior officer in carbon black
Senior,
department.
senior,
Senior officer.
senior officer. What is your next promotion?
Next promotion after 2 years.
No. What level or what designation?
Next assistant manager.
Assistant manager. Then from assistant manager, if you want to become a quality manager, then how much years it will take?
Mm.
How much years it will take?
Next 2 years.
4 years, right? So you
Hmm.
take this certification. I think since you are having more than 7 years, you can just get into the black belt. And then
Hmm.
only thing is, I won't say that once you get the certificate, then you are going to immediately become the quality manager within the next 3 months or 4 months. I'm not going to give you false promises like that, right? So Six Sigma is like that. Okay, once you just learn something, then you have to apply.
Okay.
You will have to apply, and then you will have to demonstrate that you are able to solve the problems by using these tools and the concepts, right? And once you are able to demonstrate that, then your management itself will recognize your skills, and then they will recognize you and they will promote you. And even if I know that again, many companies, there are a lot of internal dynamics are there. So because of the internal dynamics, you are not able to come up. But again, you will have a lot of confidence, so that even if you are going to apply, for example, after 1 year, you have done some 2, 3 projects, and then you are very confident about applying these tools. Then you can just start independently. You can just start applying to the other companies, and then you can get into a quality manager job within maybe next 1 or 2 years, right? But again,
I
purely depending upon how you are going to impress your interviewers, right? How you are going to demonstrate your problem solving skill. That is very important.
I have deeply knowledge in CP, CPK, and PPPK, and MS study measurement system analysis.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So all those things again. So you will practically know. Are you using this Minitab for the MSA and this thing, or the Excel templates?
Excel.
So here you will be having the access to the Minitab again, because many of the companies interviewers, they are looking for your expertise in Minitab, because that is a statistical software. Instantly you will be able to get all those results. That you
Our
can, yeah.
our company is used for Minitab, but
Hmm.
I also correction in Excel and correlation in Minitab and Excel.
Yeah. It is up to you. Like if you want to continue with the Excel, you can do. Because
It was
again,
upgrade my skill in check and Excel and Minitab. Yeah,
yeah.
most of almost 95% is right.
Yeah. So we'll just provide you with both the Excel templates as well as the Minitab. So for example, in some of your company, maybe you are having only the company laptop, right? So you don't have a
Yes.
personal laptop. So in that case, the company restricts that none of the other external software should be installed in your company laptop. So in that case, maybe using the Excel template, you will be able to do the analysis. But if you have your own laptop or your company, they don't mind you installing any other software, then you can install that also. No issues.
Can you possible sir assessment in green belt and black belt? Because I know the knowledge in green belt and black belt.
Yeah.
Can you assessment a question answer and after get it certified?
Yeah. That's possible. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. Any other
Okay,
questions? Because I saw that somebody was raising. Yeah, Jamin.
okay, sir.
Sing
Thank
the
you, sir.
Jamin.
Yes, sir.
Any question? Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
No question.
Yes, sir. I have one question.
Yeah.
Suppose I am directly doing black belt. Nobody will asking why you not doing green belt directly
No.
go
Nobody.
to.
No one can ask. There is no rule saying that only after doing the green belt you can do the black belt. There is no law. There is no rule. Nobody can
Green
ask you the
belt, sir.
question.
Or the method is same, but black belt is more deeply we can learn. Kind of
Yeah.
correct, sir?
So that is the reason we also have a combo. Combo means it's green belt and black belt together. So if some companies where you are applying, so they want they are requiring only green belt, then you can showcase your green belt certification. Or if some companies where you are going to attend the interview, they are looking for black belt, then you can showcase your black belt certificate. So that flexibility also you can have by going for a combo.
No, sir. I want to know that some company require the green belt, but I have black belt. So no need to give an green belt certificate. That
No, for example, if you are saying that you are a black belt, then the interviewers, whatever the question they ask, that also will be very difficult to answer, right? Their expectations will be higher.
okay.
So that's why, again, if you are confident that you'll be able to impress them, saying that you are a black belt and then you are able to justify that, fine, no issues. But if they are looking for only some people, they may say in the job description, they say that we are looking for a green belt certified, then you can just underestimate yourself. Why do you want to show it up, right? Because you want to get the job because it's high pay, right? It is left to you. If
No,
you feel
that
that, okay, yeah.
This question not coming now. You are not doing the green belt, so
No, that
directly
will
going
not
to
come.
the black
No,
belt.
that will not come.
Okay. Then they maybe ask you know, you don't know green belt about, then going to jump.
No. They will not ask.
In the black belt session, first we will be learn the green belt, then we will go to black belt. Na? Correct, sir?
No, that is the reason I told you. Our course material is designed in such a way that, like, for example, whatever this 28 hours for green belt and 32 hours for black belt or saying, so the first 28 hours will be common both for green belt as well as black belt, right?
Okay.
Our course material is designed in such a way that the content whatever we prepare is easily understandable even for the green belt. At the same time, we are also not the we are not compromising on the quality of the content, right? So last 4 hours will be dedicated only for the black belt, and then the project is actually green belts also can do the project, but we will give the project completion certificate exclusive for the black belts. So 4 hours of extra classes and the project completion certificate, this additional one, what you are going to get for the black belt.
Okay.
Are you able to understand? 22 hours
common
for both green belt and black belt. 4 hours exclusive training only for black belt, and the projects, both the green belt and the black belt, they will do the project, but the certificate, project completion certificate, will be given only for the green belts, black belts. Sorry.
Okay, sir. I'm clear.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Any other doubts?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Jamin, any questions? Yes, Pankaj? Yes, Pankaj Singh?
Mr. Awa is not muted.
Okay, no questions? Okay. So Amit Kumar, Ashutosh, Bipin Kumar, Dheeraj Kumar, Dr. Bhanumati.
Hello.
I think, yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Pankaj? Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Sir, it is important for higher salary to do Six Sigma.
Yeah. So what's the question?
So my question is that Six Sigma is compulsory for higher salary and promotion.
Yeah. I don't say compulsory. If you are having the certification, then you can move faster. I don't say that it's compulsory. But if you are having the certification, then you'll be able to easily move up in your own organization, or in your organization, if they are not giving the importance for that, or they are not, you are not able to come up, then you can go elsewhere. So this certification will help you to procure a high paying good job, because you are building your competency for problem solving. Yeah.
It is definitely work, sir.
Yes, definitely. But again, as I told you, you should again, it is not that once you give the certificate, then it is not that next month you apply for the next job and then you are going to get up this thing. You will have to demonstrate. You will have to demonstrate to the interviewer or your own boss that you are able to, you have the capability for problem solving. That needs to be demonstrated.
It enhance confidence during interview.
Yeah,
Also.
definitely. Yeah. And in case, even if before, suppose, for example, you want some help. So you know that which company you are going and then what type of product or service they are offering. Then you can just ask for a one-to-one session with me. Then I will give you some important tips, right? What type of questions may come or how to answer those questions and all. You can ask for a one-to, because that's what many of our students are also doing. So if you want to get more confidence, then we are here to guide you. Okay. Dr. Bhanumati, you have any questions? I know that you are an assistant professor in some college, MBA college or something like that. Do you have any questions? Dr. Bhanumati? Okay, Ganesh, Lakshmi Narasimha Reddy, Naveen, Nikhil Raj, Prasant Atole, Mohammad Sharif, Shubha Mishra, Suma Wakare, Sufyan, Yogesh Pawar. Any questions? You can just ask me now. Okay. So if there are no questions, then maybe we can end the session now. So again, once again, thanking all of you for attending the session. And if you have any more questions or need any further clarification, then as I was showing you, then I can just take a snap of this. You can just go to our website. Then I can contact these two mobile numbers. And you want to have a one-to-one session, further discussion with me or any of our team members, you are always welcome.
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Sir, you provide us to PPT today's session.
Yeah, on request, we will just share with you. Yeah. Maybe I think you can request any of our people and then they will share with you.
Okay, sir. I request you, sir,
Yeah,
please
okay.
provide us me.
Yeah, sure. We will provide. Yeah.
Okay, sir. And
So our team,
certificate also provide you, sir,
yeah.
today.
Certificate will be coming latest by Monday or Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday. All participants, sir.
Yeah, all work stay till the end. They will get it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. See you.